I hope everybody's having a wonderful night. It is October. It is time for spooky stuff. That being said, I want to do something special, something different, and this is what I chose to do. We're gonna go pick up this frame by frame. I'm really excited for this animation. Knights of Guinevere. I am familiar with the Owl House, mainly because my ex-boyfriend made me watch the shit out of it. But it's pretty good. I'm really excited for any artist to break out on their own. I love supporting that. We already bought I already got my mom hooked on it. We already bought merch for it, so that's super fun. So we're gonna watch this together, go frame by frame, talk about sound design, talk about character motivations, talk about all. I'm gonna gush all over this. You know me. I'm just gonna have fun. It's spooky time. It's that glitch logo.
Once upon a time.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna stop right here because I'm surprised no one's made some fan art of like this shit with like Guinevere with a keyblade, or like Frankie with like a mechanical keyblade, or like I don't know, something cool. Like this was done on purpose. This window was so intentional. It speaks to the fandoms that are within Disney that always expect Disney to do more things creatively. This was so done on purpose, and I love it. God, I love it so much. Anyway, let's continue.
And this was a very long time ago indeed. There was a princess, trapped in a tall tower,
Very.
and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear. She spent her days
God, this. I know it's been mentioned before, but the lighting here is just. It's been mentioned before by other channels, but like, there's nothing like too obscure here. There's nothing too crazy here, but like just the lighting alone lets you know that shit ain't right, and that's just lovely. This is wonderful. Um, but yeah, no, it's just good shit here.
playing games, pretending she wasn't scared, but she was in dire need of rescue. Are you hurt?
Good whooshing sound. Good sound design there. Good sound design here. It's like she's welding something.
You shall come with me.
Okay, I really wanted to talk about the design of like this and the design of like other things. Other streamers have said this is kind of Eastern style. It is, but also it's very indicative of Little Nemo, Slumberland, which really fits with the themes that Knights of Guinevere is trying to go for. KOG is trying to say, oh, like, you're in a dream, you gotta wake up. And I think that's very clever that they use the imagery that's similar to Slumberland for the theme park. You'll see in a minute.
Go on.
Yeah, just exactly like Slumberland dark. Oh, so detailed, and like I know Disney's obsessed with sightlines, and this is like the opposite of that. This is like congestion, but the congestion is very similar to how the designs were for especially the early illustrations for Nemo and Slumberland, like the 1800s, that kind of style. It's very evocative of that while being more flowy, organic, seashells, its own style. It's it's a very well thought up design that they did for these and for this show in general. It was just chef's kiss.
Take a look.
Oh,
It
oh God, no, we gotta go back.
Go on. Take a look.
Hold on, I gotta show you. When it lights up, look at the shadows. The shadows over there. And like, this isn't just like, oh, they turned the lights on, you see color. You see the shadows come in and everything. It's just ah,
It was beautiful.
wonderful.
A world of possibility where
Yeah, see, this is very, God, it's so, it's like if Slumberland and Bioshock Infinite had a baby, this is what it's giving me, and I love it, love it.
fantasies became reality, where tall tales became indisputable truths.
It's all for you, Guinevere. Everyone who comes and goes will eventually be under your watchful care. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope this can make up for... I don't think I need to say it.
Excellent sound
Hopefully
design.
your future can
The
be as
light coming out
bright
of her
or
eyes, the
as
transition,
glorious. Embrace it.
so good.
Let your past fade away. You're here
Then the music
now.
coming in,
Do you understand?
really is.
Yes.
Okay, so from here on outward, I'm just going to be gushing over the sound design. Like, you out there, what is sound design? Let me explain it to you. It's, like, the sound effects they created or they chose to use to represent things. You'll see what I mean in a second.
Thank you for the present, Papa.
Early.
Princess.
Oh my god, just, oh, that organic slimy sound. That is just some good sound design. And then the eyes opening up, that's chef's kiss to whoever was in charge of the sound design. Oh my god. That sound design, that gushing of guts, you had to have made that in-house. You can't just find a sample of that. That's what I mean by sound design. You can't just find a sample for guts spilling out onto the floor. It's just, it's good horror. It's good, like, it sounds exactly like it should, but it triggers the human body in the wrong way. You know, it triggers people to be like, oh god, that's not right. It's such good sound design.
Come,
Yeah, I will hear it
princess.
again. Oh,
It's our new kingdom, isn't it,
such good
Prince?
sound design.
Yes.
I can't
So
wait for more of it.
very.
Okay, so I want to. There's a lot that happens here, and people are just like, oh, she hops off a balcony. No, 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 you don't understand. You don't understand, my guy. The shot around her is 3D. The shot around her is 3D, and you get to see, like, you see the 3D environment come in, and the camera goes through the balcony hole. I could slow this down any more, please. Okay. See the 3D environment blends in with the 2D so well. It comes through the balcony. You see the father pull Olivia out of the way, and it's just cinema. It's just cinema, my guy. This isn't even about like who's doing animation better, who's making more money. No, this is art, my guy. This is art, my friend.
And when you do, I'll fix her again. Yes, it was so very long ago.
The
And no one
symbolism here.
ever heeded the princess's
A
prayers for
woman.
rescue. Will she ever escape?
Okay, so the wildest thing about Disney princesses is that like they're always stuck in this limbo. They're supposed to be motherly, but they're never mothers. they're supposed to be ideals, but they're not supposed to pursue. But they're always in like this forever state of like, yes, they're forever hot, but you never really see them have kids. Like a few exceptions would be like Ariel, and that's like a very rare exception. And that was like a straight to VHS sequel. So like, very rarely are Disney princesses allowed to explore the other facets of their humanity, um, other than being beautiful. And so I think this is symbolized very well with her being tugged by her intestines, but it looking like far more than that. The symbolism with she could have had her covered in the blue blood. It was deliberately chosen where it was. Is it abortion imagery? Is it like this is just shit I think about when I watch this, and I think I've watched this like 5 times already. So,
Go.
and the way she
And no one
moves, the way she kind of like curls herself in to protect herself and then just lets go. It's just the symbolism of the symbolism. It's just beautiful.
ever heeded the princess's prayers for rescue? Will she ever escape? Will she ever find her knights?
Okay, yes, we're going this frame by frame. These are very much notes that corporate gives you, and not only that, this is a very Disney thing when like this point feels too violent. Let's brainstorm. Eyes not symmetrical. Please fix. And like center pupil must be dilated, more appealing, and no wrinkles. You have to think when they dilate your eyes when you go to the eye doctor, it's uncomfortable, right? Imagine forever being in that state. This is like the horror, body horror aspect of it, and it's just chef's kiss, like shit you don't think about, but is very much present in the design of everything you consume. Uh, and then this, uh, the way the hair shines, this absolute horrifying imagery. It's good shit. Good shit. I'm a horror fan, by the way. I don't know if you could tell. I'm a horror fan. I'm a fantasy fan. So like, horror and fantasy mixed. This is just great shit. That VHS art in the back. We have Olivia in her grungy teenage years, and oh my god. And like, this is what I'm saying with Disney princess imagery is that like, if you look at a Disney princess, they have like a tiny ass waist, the biggest boobs, and the biggest trunk. The biggest junk in their trunk, if you know what I mean. And so like, this is so done on purpose. It's exaggerated. Guinevere's design is exaggerated just enough to make you think, huh, this isn't quite right, is it? And you're right, it isn't, because she is an ideal. She is a princess. You know what I mean? Just also, side note with the boobs, the voice actress who plays Guinevere also plays Sophia from Soul Calibur 3 through 5, 5 with an asterisk. Um, and so I feel like the boobs are a reference to Sophia. It may not be intentional, but like as a Soul Calibur fan, I see you. Good shit, good shit. That VHS art, sequel, very indicative. Okay, so this is like a double whammy. This one's a double whammy because yes, it's a Little Mermaid reference, um, with the, and yes, it's a commentary. It's washed out. There's bubbles like she's in a bathtub and not really the ocean, which I think is really ingenious because I don't know how many bathtub related products are sold to kids that look just like this. But also, does that face look familiar? That's the fucking face that Elsa gives in Frozen promotional art. The little spark with the eye, like, girl. It's just a double whammy. It's indicative of fake empowerment, so to speak. And again, the background is is really beautiful because it is just so messy. It's it's good. Good shit. Good shit. Does nobody has nobody talked about this dog graffiti? Like I feel like that's the funniest shit. It's definitely like some trolly ass shit. And I love it. And then these park plant posters. And then this guy smoking e-cig um, on his way to work. Very, very clever graffiti. Just lived in. It looks lived in. It's lived in space. That's the smartest thing about this, and its design is that it's so detailed. It's just they put a lot of work into this. It's just beautiful. Space puffs. Oh. So this is an interesting thing I noticed. Her princess design has like these shoulder things, and I noticed that this one on the train does not have the shoulder things. And I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's something I noticed. I'm like, hey, there's like a bare shoulder here, and she doesn't usually have bare shoulders. So maybe there was an earlier design of her that didn't have the shoulder things. So yeah, we'll continue. Uh, products, products. Like even in her like cheapo, ready to go to the store, ready I see you at Walmart design of Guinevere, she still has those that tiny ass waist and the most massive jug you've ever seen. It's just the design tells you enough of like of what's going on. It's very much a Mattel thing also that they use one character for like all the things. For all the things. Um, there's a spider on my lap. Alright, get the spider. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're back in business now. There was a spider on the thing. I'm outside, by the way. I'm dedicated, okay? Oh, and this, okay, I don't know if anyone's noticed at all, but if you look at the poster in the back, next to the to-do list, you see Guinevere with like this witch hat, and she's like this. Okay, that is an Owl House reference to the fictional franchise in the Owl House universe where it was like a witch with like a white hat, and she was like the main character's idol. There is an owl there. If there be one Owl House reference, she chose to do this, and I think that is symbolism in itself. Because in that show, the witch character or the witch mascot was like the ideal. The like, oh, I'm a kid and I'm looking up to this thing. It's my like autistic obsession, and like I totally relate to that. And so, whoever room this is supposed to be, it's it it makes sense. It makes sense for the context of this thing, and yes, there's anime Gwen, and yes, there's the statue Gwen with the big old flowy dress. She's like, okay, so on the right corner, she's pointing with her finger. You'll notice this throughout the thing that she points with one finger sometimes, or uses just one finger. Um, that is so against cast member rules in Disneyland, and you'll see it at the end that they make a reference to it unintentionally or intentionally, probably intentionally. It is animation. Um, Cast members at Disneyland aren't allowed to point with one finger. You're supposed to direct people with two fingers or three fingers because pointing with one finger is too violent. I'm not joking. This is just the shit they make up. Okay, and aside from the background stuff, we got this other design of Gwen in the middle that is supposed to be girl boss Gwen, but she still got that ridiculous body. That ridiculous body. Like, ooh, you want a hot body, you better work it. And she got like collagen or something. She got like them big old puffy lips. It's genius. 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 I really hope there's a fight scene with this one. And of course, this this situation in which people have always stop and talk about newborn babies born blue. The food is blue, hair themed, and then there's gory pictures inside of the death of the animatronic with blood. Um, and you have to wonder, like, the logic behind this. Like, if we're making a mascot and it bleeds, like, that just gets the kids more into the fantasy. Like, just witness a gruesome murder of their childhood friend, even though, like, the CEO says, "Oh yeah, she's a meet and greet animatronic," and then it bleeds. What's what's a kid gonna believe? You know what I mean? And also, there's a rock paper scissors reference. Great, great, it's great design here. Like, such a classic. Um, the Big Brother character reminds me of what's that show? Helsing. It's a very Helsing looking reference. I love it. Alright, let's continue. We got some of the things we've seen before. We got the Blue Lung insurance reference. We got this dystopian factory with very good details, people walking. Uh, uh, this is like if the Amazon warehouse had a Disney princess. Uh, the transition to this, which is very Disney meets Slumberland meets Mattel marketing. It's just such a hybrid of the imagery we peddle to our our daughters and our kids. It's very interesting. We got Olivia, Blue Goop. Alright, I'm gonna shut up and let this thing play, okay? Uh, I love these two characters. They are so adorable as kids. Oh, you can kind of tell like that there is like the crane is a 3D object, but you don't really see like a chain or anything attached to the mechanism, which makes me think it's even more rigged if it's like gravity pulled or something or magnetic. Oh, they're so cute. Relatable. Very relatable. Oh, yes, and we got murder drone references. We got uh, digital circus references. We got gaslight disc references. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so I want to talk about this for a minute. Um, Funky bumps into Guinevere's butt, and on the Puck Planet website, it says, "Don't hug me for too long, I damage genomes." Is Frankie hallucinating? And is Frankie more connected to the Guinevere android because of this encounter as a young child? Because she bumped into Guinevere. And since she made physical contact with Guinevere, now she's like delusionally obsessed with her. Does that make sense? Does that make kind of sense? It's just a theory. A gay theory, okay? Okay, sound design. You hear the lights come on. I think that is like the best shit ever. It's like, no matter where this is taking place, you hear the lights come on. And that's just like, it adds to like the realism of it, you know what I mean? Like, as someone who's worked with lighting before, you hear the lights come on, then you see this. Sound design, 10 out of 10.
Well, hello, little ones. I'm Princess
That princess posture with her hands above the hips.
Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names. Are you lost?
Okay, so this is what gets me. Frankie says later in the episode that remember when we snuck into the park, but we bumped into a real Gwen? The way she says, "Are you lost?" is like, she's like this close to snitching on him. This close. But then Frankie does the nice thing, and then Gwen kind of leaves him alone. I think that's storytelling. It's good storytelling. She uses the one finger, even though she's. Ah,
Come on, they just need change for the vending machine. I'll tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
What? Brownie?
okay. Let's talk about Reggie, because like I feel like not a lot of people talk about his design. He has so many details on
I'll
him.
tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
He has like a piercing here, a piercing there, some bandages, which means he's been working, and he's got a lot of details. Maybe this is like a character we probably won't see anytime soon again, but the amount of details they put on this character is just like, just good shit. It makes me believe, you know what I mean?
What? Brownie? Me?
Don't do it.
Oh, I went to school with you. You know me.
Thought I did till you started wearing that uniform. Crap.
I was in administration. I'm an engineer. Junior engineer. Over the left. Which one did you need again? Proceed.
Change the sign.
Boombox. Boombox twerking. Some gushy stuff back there. Some gushy stuff that is overpriced.
I got friends. We are all victims of the park, but everyone's so busy picking apart each other, they don't see the corporate hand at the wheel. You think a cog like me has power? No. I got more to say. Your attention's divided, man. Meanwhile, every new planet is getting terraformed, and soon.
Okay, people overlook this a lot. Terraforming planets is a pretty big deal. That means you mechanically shift a planet's environment to make it suit whatever environment you want. That takes a lot of energy, a lot of like power and energy and electricity to make that happen. A lot of technology must be made to terraform a planet, and it's not easily done at all. So imagining a company that just willy-nilly terraforming planets to make it suit their needs is so fascinating. So fascinating.
There'll be no place untouched but the might of commerce and amusement-tainment. We got no choice.
Amusement-tainment is such an interesting word.
Screw Reggie. What does he know?
Okay, a lot of these people have noticed that, like, when they drive away, all these people kind of move around and shift to watch the action. I want to talk about, like, the environment, and, like, I have some theories, like, that this whole planet used to be a park, hence the name Park Planet. Yes, it's Orville Park's last name. Yes, he's Korean. Park is a very common Korean name, but also, like, the theories. Oh god, I got theories. How bad does a planet have to fuck up to become an entire theme park that is abandoned? Coming soon to a theater near you. Uh,
You two? Looks like your who's a what's are out of calibration again. Easy fix.
Alright, I want to talk about their characters a little bit. You have one person who's like stressing, trying to work on a thing, and then you have another person just freedom. They're on flip flop. They can kind of do their own thing, and you could see like the jealousy in like Andy's eyes, and then that's when she messes up on the her computer thing.
Shit, 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 shit. What's going on there? Some more bullshit from work? AJ has me doing a week's worth of tests in one night. I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, I see what you mean. Why would anyone splice the facial controls into the environmental pipeline? It's not a very sophisticated solution.
And in that moment, Frankie won everyone's hearts all at once. Men, women, everybody is in love with Frankie now.
Oh, nice. What fixed it? Oh, a hunch. Man, that's so cool. I got so much to learn from ya. And maybe I can get a job in the labs too, and we can work together. I just like thinking about that sometimes. Yeah. Oh, shit!
Very relatable. If you've ever worked in showbiz or worked under an executive producer of any kind, this feeling, this look on her face is so real. So fucking real. Shit, it's morning? I'm still working.
It's morning already? That's right, Andy! Have a good day! Go kick some ass! Show 'em who's boss! I better get to work too.
Sisters are doing it for themselves, for the company. Oh, it's so relatable. You've had a job where you can just snooze because you're on autopilot. This poor worker has no arm. There's a sign that says your safety, your responsibility. It's a very, very real. Very real. Oh, the oil slips in the water. Oh, you just see how dirty it is. They put so much detail into that. Even in this shot, you can see it.
Hey! Boss man! There's something caught in the net!
Alright, so there's this QR code. This QR code leads to a thing. I don't know. I have that book. Yes, I do have that book. Okay. This QR code leads to this. Now this style is a specific reference, and I will show you. Hold on, one moment, please. Alright, so like in the 1950s, when did this get published? This is when this is published. This was published like when Walt was like alive, so it's gotta be copyright 1965. Forward by Walt Disney. See if I can. All right. Let's go to the page. Fin page. It's the storybook is very much in this style. I don't know. Let me see if I can. It looks okay. Yes, it's very much in this style. From these books that were published by Disney in the 1950s and 60s, and this was a part of a lot of our childhoods. Um, as you can see, like the art is similar, and it's just such a good such a good on the nose reference. A lot of the art in this, like, is like concept art or you know, was illustrated just for this. You know, it's from these storybooks that they had published way back in the day. Um, See, the Sleeping Beauty one is very interesting because a lot of it is a lot of Ken Anderson concept art, and I don't think anyone's talked about these in that regard. I just wanted to make it clear where the reference comes from. Like, it's such a good reference. So good, so good. Now that we're out of Fantasyland, okay, back to the show. There's like more than one addition to this. You know? Okay, so this shit cracks me up. Dana Terrace has the opportunity to do the funniest shit ever. If you know anything about the state of Australia in the Gundam universe, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if I were to say it, I feel like that would be in spoiler territory for future episodes, so I'm not gonna say it directly. But if you are a Gundam fan and you know what happened to Australia in the Gundam universe, you know what I'm talking about. So real. So real. This is exactly what we do to countries like Indonesia. This is what American consumerism does to countries like Indonesia. There are countries that just live in piles of our garbage, and we don't even care. Business ends. So I feel like this is like foreshadowing for the kind of things that Sparky, for the kind of people that Sparky talks to. He may not talk to these hoes that are on these business end magazines, but maybe he's fetishizing a high-end client that he talks to and thinking, you know, letting his mind wander into certain things in certain territories, you know what I mean? So there's that. There is that to think about. Um, Also, there are blue stains all over this book. I think that is so funny and interesting. The way this man smokes is so real. I have seen people smoke just like this man.
Gawking at the park.
Sparky, what? You can't even see me right now.
I don't need to see you to know you stopped working. Your precious park ain't gonna have crap to melt into different crap if we ain't hauling up scrap. So get back to it. I saw that too. Yeah, usual spot. Tonight, get sifting, Frank. Eyes out for the good plastic. Keychain factories are getting desperate for.
What is that phone? My god, I didn't even notice that until now. That phone he has. What the hell is that? Oh my God, that was like a Nokia had a child with like a flip lighter.
Materials.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Yep, same price. Oh, there's no damn repeat customer discount. Fuck's sake.
Ah, so relatable. This poor homeless man and its mascot. Such good animation. Sound design. One piano key to tell you if something's different.
Oh
Call
my
back to the crane
god.
game.
Holy shit. Is that?
A Guinevere.
This is so interesting to me because this kind of goes into the Mattel territory. If we step out of the Disney criticism and step into the more Mattel criticism, whereas like this is one singular character who holds up multiple franchises. But if you've seen a real girl play with a real doll, she has one Barbie that looks just like this. It's all gutted up, it's got mixed up hair, it looks like Cynthia from and like Angelica Cynthia from like the Rugrats. Okay, it looks beat up. You know what I mean? I think that has to do with the psychology of womanhood. You know, there's two sides to a girl. There's the side that smiles, and then there's the side that will punch boys in the face if you go through her diary. You know what I mean? There's just two sides to girlhood. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Your android. I don't recognize the model.
Oh, who gives a shit what model? This is gold!
What? You're just gonna sell it?
What you expect me to do? Share a cigar with it? Oh, shit.
And here he is sharing a cigar with it. Watch this man. This man, the way he smokes it, I know exactly people who smoke just like this.
Can
I was just
The way he just takes this cigar with you. Guinevere is just so funny to me.
thinking, Spark. I could fix her. Get her
I
working
could
again.
fix her.
Because if I do, maybe I can get an engineering job like Annie's in the labs, and I could. Careful.
No fixing. No labs. I don't want you involved in that dreamland crap. Those lab rats are always up to their necks in sick shit. Trust me, they're some of my
They
best
are.
clients. Don't worry, you'll get your cut when we scrap her from...
Okay, this gets me. The way Guinevere has no energy, lifeless, until Frankie remembers her. Then Gwen has enough energy to wiggle this one broken finger as a cry for help in hopes that Frankie remembers who she is. That is such clever storytelling. And this is one of the few times where Gwen isn't smiling. You notice that there's these lines on the side of Gwen's face to hold that smile in place. That's no accident. It's body horror. It's beautiful.
You'll get your cut when we scrap her for parts.
So much good environmental storytelling here. Just like the room is a mess. You're seeing her throw things, and it's just
We
good
found
storytelling.
traces of your princess. She made it to the surface this time.
I want to talk about this hand. This hand is like harkens back to like the skinny villain hand from 80s animation. You know the ones, like if you ever watch Saturday morning cartoons or if you watch The Black Cauldron from Disney, there's like this skeletal hand imagery. This still alone harkens back to that era of creepy 80s animation, and I love it so much because it sets the tone immediately. The example of this that is more modern is I don't know if anyone's familiar with Space Stallion. Space Stallions is a short. They have this similar creepy, long-nailed 80s style creepy hand, very reminiscent of that. And a very, it's even like a low-key Haunted Mansion reference. There's a shadow on the wall with a creepy hand. Very similar stuff. But it sets the tone immediately. You see her long nails, you know she hasn't taken care of herself in a while. Just good storytelling.
Listen, no,
Even the way it
my poor
moves.
dear Guinevere. She must be so confused and lost. Bring her back, won't you? Oh, bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Please, I have to fix her
The
again.
way the hands claw at the
Imagine
dress.
this time.
Such good
Shall we
animation.
call security?
No, they won't be able to handle this. I need him.
Oh, such good sound design, such good everything with that scene. Sticking it to the corporate. Ah,
You're polishing the wrong septic, Crowny.
this is the moment where Andy possibly explodes to some blue
Just trying
love.
to get by like anyone else. Just because I got a job in the tower doesn't mean you can treat me like. Doesn't mean you. Sorry. Hope you feel better. But also, fuck you!
Such good, such good shit. And it's like the wildest thing about that scene is that like if Frankie had just left, no, excuse me, if Andy had just left the dude alone, she wouldn't have gotten sick. And that's such a horror element. It's just like horror stories do that kind of thing also, where it's like if you had done that, if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't have gotten sick. Okay, I want to talk about this long pause. Now we've seen this before, and we know that like this is coming from Frankie's memory. This long pause in the opening of this is like Frankie's trying to remember how the short began. And it's also like you see the animation, they got this VHS glow. Um, the VHS glow is such a such a 90s thing, such a oh thing. Like
Oh, why help?
you can even see the VHS glow on his forehead, which is such a thing that happened back in the day, such a thing of its time. You know, they don't make them like they don't make them like that anymore.
Oh, didn't notice you there. Come closer. Meet some very good friends of mine. This is Guinevere.
This is Barbie
And Guinevere.
and Barbie.
And yes, this is Guinevere as well. The beloved monarch of Park Planet. If you can believe it, there are as many Gwens as there are stars in the sky. And
Gwen
every
has like
one of
an
them
impossible
draws on the
body.
same magic.
Okay, people have talked about this before, about this mouse Gwen that's in the corner. Yes, it could be a dig at Disney, but also this style of mouse it it looks more like a Don Bluth mouse. Don't you think? Like American Tail, Five Wonders West, like Secret of Nymph. It's kind of like looking like that. It's like both. It's like both a direct hit at Mickey Mouse and a reference to Don Bluth. Such a good tribute. Such a good tribute. Oh no.
Remember
I
and
gotta hurry through
everywhere.
this.
So wherever your journey leads in the park,
We're playing a
Every
game of how
princess
long
you
I can
meet
stream before
will
my
hold the
battery dies.
same cherished memories of you.
Our target planet employees work tirelessly to create the ultimate experience for our guests.
She doesn't really look like any of these models.
Doesn't matter what model she is. You need to go back for her. Yeah, the princess is the princess. All monarchs are usurpers and descendants of usurpers.
Usurper means someone who
God,
seizes
what?
power.
No. Sparky's my boss. I can't just steal from him.
Do it, Francesca. Like the hand that feeds. Think of it this way. Is it stealing or is it rescuing?
Hey!
Okay, I'm gonna skip because I'm running out of time.
Holy shit. A Guinevere android? Right? I've never really seen one like this. It looks really unusual and old. And I can fix her brand new! Better bring it to security. Maybe there's a reward out for it. Why not bring it to
The
security
duality between
after
their
I fix it
characters
and
is
see
so
if I
real.
can't wow anyone? Know what I mean?
So
Are you
real.
saying you're
I've
willing
been
to
in this
risk
situation
jail
with people.
time to be a corporate crownie like me? Remember when we snuck in the park to play that crane game? We didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people the...
That mouth movement alone, just that simple, like, is like so telling as a character. And I've been in that position where it's like someone's trying to inject hope into me, but I know the reality of working at a certain place, and just, it's like, you don't want to say something that would hurt their feelings, but you also know a little bit too much of what goes on. That's what that mouth movement's for. It's like, and that's the genius thing about Knights of Guinevere, is like it follows the ancient rule of Don Bluth animation, which is, what is the character thinking? And that's something Don Bluth learned when he was working at Disney. It's like, what is the character thinking? You know, and that's something that even professional actors will do. Let's continue.
Memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, D. Right, Guinevere?
That's right.
And again, this Guinevere android has personality. It doesn't smile until it's getting rescued. Even the little small smile without the mouth open, it just lets you know that this android is alive. And it's still smiling. That android's still smiling.
Come on, Iggy. You can do it. I believe in you.
This interface is wild.
Well, ain't this a fucking howdy do, Andrea? Franklin, you taking my prize hog for a night stroll?
Sparky, this looks bad, but
I'll deal with you in a second. What is this, Franklin? Mutiny? Am I not doing right by you?
you were just going to sell her, man! To one of your nasty clients. This is a real chance for me.
To do what? Shine some shithead shoes in a fancy tower till you choke on the fumes?
God, this is so real. Like, if you ever work with someone and they give you like a nickname and then they give you like a nickname on top of that nickname, like Francesca, it's a Frank, and then some dude some coworker you work with calls you Franklin. It's just that happens in real life so often. It's so real. It's so real. I know people are like kind of mad at Dana Terrace for saying that Frankie is cisgender, but honestly, this is just a lesbian experience. This is just a lesbian experience, and I mean, yes, there is a lot of trans erasure that goes around, but there's also a lot of lesbian erasure that goes around, and I feel like people need to take in what lesbians actually experience from people, and this is exactly what they experience from the men they work with. Is the multiple nicknames and the misunderstandings, and just really good writing. It's really good.
Know what some nasty client affords us? A second ship. Fast one. For you. Maybe even a third. That's a whole goddamn fleet with you as a captain. We both know the money ain't in scraps. It's in exotics. Give it a sniff, Frank. Might chill out your rowdy ass.
Oh,
I love you
I
for
can't
that
wait to learn
hard-headed
more about
spirit,
Sparky's
Killer.
gang.
I do.
I know there's something fucked up going on there.
I can't show you special treatment, especially because you're
Not my light yellow and red when the baton shows up. You're always so dramatic in front of the boys. It's so real. It's so real. So real. That's some real shit.
You're gonna damage her!
Stop biting me! Fight back proper! You stole my boat, you stole my android, and now you're throwing a tantrum like a child. You know what happens when you break the rules.
Non-verbal storytelling at its best.
You dare.
This is a stupid move, Andrea.
You're calling me stupid? You're about to sell an actual Guinevere android
Whoa,
for
whoa, whoa. Did the baton just make a lightsaber sound? Am I hallucinating? Holy shit.
Perhaps. You have no idea what you have.
Yeah, and you hit like an old man, old man.
Oh, wait. No. That was good. Let's make a deal.